Good evening, boys and girls of poker. Glad to do another live session. I had a break of about 10 days. I did not play a single hand of poker. I was away with my family. We were visiting the French part of Switzerland with our camping bus, and we had a wonderful time there in the nature. I did get some more sleep than I'm used to, and I hope I'm fresh today for another session. I'm really looking forward for doing another live stream with you. If you're here, don't hesitate to drop a line in the chat. I would be glad to get some interaction going. Also ask questions about why I do certain things or why I don't do certain things. And there could be some exchange going on that would be beneficial for us all. Today I will have another session focus that's going to the mental game of poker. I was listening to the audiobook of Jared Tendler's second edition of the mental game of poker, which is a really great book. And he talks about a way to analyze your own game within that bell curve you can see that I put on the screen up here. You probably can't read it because it's so small. But basically, you divide the kind of game you're doing into three parts, both in mental game and tactical skill departments. And there are a few examples of what a C game in the mental part can look like, or how on the other side of the spectrum an A game can be looking like. Of course, I try to be as often and as long as possible in the A game. And today I will try to put on that graph for myself at least a few times, just to see where I'm standing. And yes, that's about it for session focus and game plan for tonight. Session is going to be at least 1.5 hours, I'd say, and I'm going to start opening up the tables now. I do have both PokerStars running, and I also have the iPoker client open, and we will see where we find good tables. Already full. This one. The stakes I'm going to play will be no limit 5 in PokerStars, and no limit 4 at iPoker, because they don't have no limit 5 for whatever reason. My game selection plan is to find tables that do have a lot of players on the flop on average, which means 25% at best and higher. I will start with 2 tables. Lately, when not streaming, I was playing 4 to 6 tables. And of course, if I do not have to comment what I'm doing, I can handle more tables. We get the pocket eights and the walk on a table that seems to be just breaking down. Everybody's leaving. This will be an open race most of the time. for whatever reason, Jurajin just lost the automatic bet possibility on that left table, which is not very nice. I do get called here on a flop that doesn't really help my range and also not my actual hand. Yeah, Villain makes a decent sizing continuation bet. He can have hit that board, he doesn't have to, we can do it with 2 overcards as well, but no need for me to get involved here. You can make an argument for dealing at least one street, but I do not think it's necessary to achieve good results. Open raising here. No, not really. I don't think that the players here are very good targets for an open raise as a steal. There's some action on this board on the left table. Guy seems to be timing out, or at least timing down. Only 3 seconds left. He defaults. I gave that guy here the green badge because he was doing the thing that this guy does in that orbit, or in this hand. He just posted the blind without the need to do so in an early position. Usually these are players that just can't wait to get into the action and they don't really care for things that are marginal in their point of view. I get 2 callers, the small blind and the big blind, on a flop that is good for my range and also somewhat connected. I do think I need to conti bet here, but I don't need to make it too big. There will be calls from worse aces. I do think there are calls from weaker aces, but also from draws. And draws can be straight draws where I block with my 10, but they can also be flush draws where I don't block anything. Here, when he checks behind again, I'm tempted to value bet here, getting the kings on the right table. Yes, I could make a thin value bet versus a worse ace that called out of the blinds. Really nice here on the right table. I need to focus again. Make rather big 4 bet here. I had a call, I had what was it, 3 bet and a cold call 3 bet from a guy that is very tight. Up to now 13 hands, 0 hands played. I don't really know what this is. The guy can be trapping with aces. But I mean, if I don't go broke on this kind of flop, then what else? Wow. I like that. What a nice entry into the session. We're in 6 minutes and 30 seconds and already got the first all-in-one. And the guy just immediately tilts when his queens get cracked by my kings. The hand later, he pushes all in with nines, and the guy behind him, he's in for the game with ace-2 offsuit. Oh. I have to make a short break here. Give me 5 minutes or something and I'll be back. Here we go again. Back to the grind. Gonna type in the chat +1 stack. So, okay. I was just typing in the chat that we had the kings versus queen hand and won a stack. And that it was around about 6 minutes 30 seconds into the session. Interesting line of him there. Calling the 3-bet. Cold calling the 3-bet. And then even calling my 4-bet, which wasn't that small. Only to push on a low card rainbow board. The guy with 50% V-pips into me, small blind versus big blind. And he pots it on a flop like this. I don't get fancy here, but on the left table regardless of this guy that calls a lot, I'm gonna open raise Queen 9 suited. It has a decent playability. When he re-raises, I'm actually considering the tight fold here because he's only 60 BB steep and my hand is not actually that great if I do have to play a guy that is not full stack. I would much rather have a hand like ace jack there. But we can mark him green, passive recreational player. I could post the link in the Discord. In the Discord of the Poker Forge. So, if I'm not talking that much in the next 2 minutes, it's gonna be because I have to post. Hey. Gonna fold the 3-6 offsuit. Tendlers against the relatively high 3-bets. Will be a fold, of course. Discord, where are you? A7 suited. Not gonna play that hand here. And not gonna play it against the passive calling station there. And it's not easy to play out of position. Same reason here, I could steal against this guy here. He likes to fold. This guy doesn't. Here we go. Queens. I need to play those. Well, here I'm going to isolate this guy. Ooh, perfect block for me. Not really, but I'm actually blocking all the guys that are drawing to the straight. So I like to bet high with range on the board like this if I choose to bet. Do we have a lag here? 27 hands, 30, 26, 3-bet of 8%. Yeah, kind of. Probably gonna try betting here. Just because he checked to me twice. Check out the graph and yes, it's 2,100 hands for July. Not that much, but I'm actually up quite okay. 4 stacks up. King 10 is too weak for me to open. However, this guy is not on an active in hand, so we are actually 5-handed, so could have been an open. I'm actually liking my stats here. 23-23 reminds me of the no preflop calling challenge from Sky Matsuhashi, where you could actually only have 2 identical numbers in VPIP and PFR. This time it's not a session focus, but still okay to play like this. Look at this, the table breaks down. I'm gonna try. I'm not the heads up player, I have to say. Here we do actually start to see 2 guys battling it out. Not too bad. Two lags. Pretty sick, that guy. He opens up almost every hand here. And I do get a nice hand to open up versus 2 unknowns, but both players are known to me by now and they fold. Would have expected this guy here to call me because he's got that nice green badge already, indicating he calls 30% of hand while he raises 10. Actually likes to 3-bet. He knows to play, he did that already. Where do we get a good table? Doesn't seem like it on the Poker Stars. No. 12% EPIP a place per flop. Not so great. Don't know about this table here. The player here doesn't play with a full stack. He could be a target. Other than that, no color codes on any of the players. Everyone is unknown. Need to skip that sound. 14-14 on 22 hands. He definitely gets the tag badge here. We have a 19, 12 and 26 hands. He doesn't open here. Actually, against this player that likes to call anyway, I'm gonna make it 2.5 big blinds. Not 3 as I'm usually doing. Blind versus blind, small blind versus big blind. Okay, as not too many things are happening, it's time to pull up the sheet again. Maybe I can make it even bigger. Yeah. Mental game. It will go on in a few seconds, so. A game, very relaxed, decisive, thinking deeply and easier to make tough decisions. Yeah, against the limper, I'm gonna raise. He's 33. Yes, I'm gonna raise. On this board, it's probably okay for my range. Absolutely not okay for my hand. I would need the gut shot to complete to be happy on this board. And the guy doesn't have enough behind for me to call for implied odds. The direct odds are not here when he makes a half pot bet. Look at that, I see a guy limping under the gun with 42 big blinds. That's good signs there, good signs. Easy to have, deep focus, see new exploitative lines, able to trust my gut. Well, okay. I do think some of these characteristics are probably active right now. Not all. Look at this. I would have loved to play the hand, but we see an open raise from a tag. We see a lag 3-betting, and we see the maniac even 4-betting. Oh, 4-betting. So yeah, he does go a little bit over over reason with 21% 3-bet. Interestingly enough, doesn't get the action. He folds 100% the tag versus deals. I haven't seen a 3-bet from him yet. Is he going to do the minraise thing again? Queen 10. Queen 10 is okay as a hand. I do think it's button open raise. Yes, Queen 10 is going to be no. Actually, it isn't. It would be Queen Jack only. But now we see it's technical reasons he's got a disconnect. Okay, still got through. The table where I won the stack isn't open anymore. Hold it there. Or had to leave the table because it was breaking down. '59 player. He's got a bit of a wide gap. He's gonna get a label from me, and that's the... no, not the lag. Where is the wannabe tag? Orange. I won't be convinced that he's a solid tag until I see him 3-betting or having some reasonable fold to 3-bet stats. I'm gonna try abusing my button again and again here. Got the gut shot in in a free play that I got. I'm actually gonna call one street. He checks to me and I will Conti bet 3 into 5 here because the board is good for my range. Doesn't have to be very good for my actual hand. Fold to flop c-bet 75%. So no, not gonna second barrel here. But the river is interesting. When he checks here, I do think I have a small value bet because he could have tealed that flop not only with a draw that missed, but also with something like a pair of tens. And if I bet small, I might get the call not only from aces. Here I do 3 bets. Not too high, I make it 9 usually versus a normal opening raise size. Fold to flop c-bet only 33%. Not sure. No, I don't like his stats, but the flop as it comes down is a pretty good flop to c-bet. Still, I don't do it against this play. And when he donks the turn, he actually makes a good play because a lot of players open raise and check flop in position instead of c-betting to have a weak range. And so did I in this instance. Not gonna call here. It's actually a leak of mine calling too many spots pre-flop, especially from big blind versus not too high raise sizes, or in situations where a multi-way pot is going to result. And I do have a hand that favors multi-way pots. But all in all, I'm just losing too many. Sorry, I have to think. Here, it's gonna be a steal. 8-9. Against this min bet here, I'm tempted to call. And I will do so, even though I just talked about how I lose money this way. When we hit, we need to make at least one call, and when he bets small, I'm actually not positive that I could be ahead. And here we go, take down that pot. Ace King, early position, gonna do 3 BB open raise. That is positional dependent raise size, in case you're asking. Yeah, I make it 4 into 7 and take it down. No, not gonna isolate this guy again. Because the hand doesn't favor playing against a stack size of 45 big blinds. Okay, I did read about can I sit out? No, it's going to put me in. Okay, we have to do it like this. B game. Trying to generate more action, trying to win in more games. Hard time waiting for good spots and push the action. Miss some details of the hand. Act a bit faster with my decisions. Okay, a lot of this sounds like being, what do you call it? Being impatient. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm tempted to call this one just because he will too, and he has a stack that is okay right now. So there's lots of implied odds. Do I check here? Do I need to protect? Not really, but I would like to see where we are at. Get a quick call from the calling station and the lag here. Let's see if he likes to play along. Yeah, actually now I still got the top pair. Decent kicker. That shouldn't be the best hand, or doesn't have to be the best hand, but we improved equity wise. And now this card is a bummer because now every single queen has me beat. And every single queen has me beat. I have to bet here just because I don't think that a lot of queens are making it until the river. And I want to be sure if I get raised here that I do have a good fold. And if I win directly, I can even live with that. Now he has to think some. Right. I wasn't even sure now what happened because I had to make a cold 4-bet versus the maniac here on the top table. What happened here? Did I get a call? Hello. Wow, you got a nice name. Kabdizak Xazan Fivendov. Wow, what's that? Is that a Korean name or something? I'm fine, thank you for asking. Hope you're fine too. I do have a tough spot, so against this guy here, I could be behind, but no, I do think I have to call. We are flipping here. I could redraw, but I don't. Yeah, various high variance play, but doesn't really matter all that much. We get another chance with the queens. I cannot talk and type at the same time. So the layout will probably change back to the bigger screens. Right now I did get a call from a tight player, 18-18 on this board. He could have called with something like 9-10 for open-ender here, then he wouldn't have the proper odds to call. I'm glad I'm having position and I can check back. He might have hit the river. Okay. Wow. Interesting to see him deal that flop. With just ace high and a random 7. And especially calling that turn. Was it all with the flush draw on the turn for him? Yeah, he called the turn because he picked up flush draw equity there, but he wasn't getting the right odds. It's time I make him, this guy here, a proper tag. 34, 33 on 63 hands. Rather active guy. 17, 13 here. Taggish player. Going to avoid me. Here we have 11-8 on 39 hands. What am I doing here against such a nit-heavy table? Well, I got this guy 30-30 and I got 58-18 guy here. So these guys make up for that. It's actually not that bad because I will be able to steal a lot versus the tight guys to my left, and I will play a lot of hands in position against the other two guys. I know that one of the Poker Forge guys hangs out on PokerStars. He plays a limit higher than I do, normally 10, so we probably not crossing home station here. Only 3 hands, can't say too much. Not betting here because it would turn my hand into a bluff. But this ace actually is a nice card to turn the 3s into bluff. Now when the flush draw completes the board pairs and he called with the overcard on the board, I don't think that I have any business betting or calling. Yeah, look at that. Here comes the overbet. Here, odds call to set mine. Ace 5. Should we isolate this guy? Nope. I do not know anything about his folded preflop 3-bet after raise 10. The lag here. I need to get into pots with him. Don't really like my stats here. 21-12. Just too big of a gap. Quite the difference here on the left table, 25-25, still no gap in EFR and EPR. And then on the other table I'm looking like how do you say, a failed tag that just calls too much. I'm gonna add a third table, I think. Not much is going on the iPoker site. Always stick to Poker Stars. That's the thing I was talking about a long time ago now. It's just not enough players in iPoker. This is gonna look very nitty, but I just don't like playing out of position. And here the label is the wrong one. Okay, I was talking about the B game and the elements of impatience that are within these examples here. Hard time waiting, trying to generate more action, trying to win. Those are all elements of impatience. Here is missing some details. Ooh, look at this. We have to get the chart of Jared Tendler in the background just because we hit the set here. And as he's very aggressive, he will surely c-bet. Don't really know if I should raise here. Yeah. Gonna raise here. The board is pretty wet. And I'm gonna follow up with 2/3 bet on the turn. And he's gonna fold a lot now when he doesn't hit that board himself. But it's probably going to be a hard decision for him because he might easily have a jack or a queen in his range that doesn't really want to fold. Another limp or posting out of order from this guy. Jared's chart, come back to me. Acting a bit faster with my decisions. Well, that one, that's again the element of impatience. Here, this guy plays half of his hands. I'm gonna isolate here because he does have a decent stack with 84 big blinds. And we have a good hand. On a board like this, we will often take down that pot, but we don't need a bigger than 50% c-bet, so he wants to continue, he will. Now, with that turn, that's an action killer, and he bets into me, so he's gonna have it. Gonna 3-bet here, big, with my queens, and I hit the boat. Gonna c-bet very small. Gonna 3-bet some more. Now he raises me. Am I gonna make it all in? I'm gonna raise him once more. You got the nuts, except of a... If he has pocket sevens for quads, then nice hands, nice hand. Other than that, I'm gonna take down another big pot. Thank you. No relief. Had to make it in the chat so people see it. Another big pot 1, session timer at 47 minutes. Look at that. I do hit trips here. Wanna get some action here. And when he really... Yeah, I have the straight. Missed an open raise on the left table. So, play and explain with 3 tables is the absolute maximum I can do. Here I got a tag, 17-17 and a king high hand, so I do the steal. Another chance to isolate this guy. Do I really want to do it with Jack 9? No, that is too weak. I'm deep with this guy here. Thinking 8. He's gonna have some things in his range. Now the ace doesn't really fit. It's not good for my range, probably is for his if he continues firing. Could find the fault here, but when he checks, I actually see a chance that I'm still ahead. Could be against pocket 5s or pocket 7s, something like that. And because of that, I wanna bet and not play a check call strategy. Because he might be scared of that ace or a third king. So yes, we do get the fold. Good play, I'd say. For a long time, I would have tended to just check call at river there and then lose with pocket 3s against pocket 5s, something like that. Bad flop for me. I do not need to bet for protection. I can actually check here and see what he does and how he reacts. Gonna be versus a lot of aces here, so actually if one guy bets, the other calls, then I can find a fold with my pocket kings here very cheaply. Am I back at 68 subscribers? That would be nice. Because I do not really find time to cut videos myself anymore. it's mostly just using the time I have to grind and do the live stream session on Thursdays. So it only lasts the live streams to get some subscribers going. And if you're here listening to this and you're not subscribed yet, then please consider doing that. It helps myself and the channel a lot. It's just a hobby of mine. I don't depend on any benefits that could arise from a bigger audience. It still makes more fun to see that project that you're loving and contributing to grows and get some positive resonance. So it would just be a great thing if you leave a subscribe. Okay, now that we have these elements of impatience and missing out, not being attentive, what is the C game? I'm playing wilder than usual. Yes, that happens. I know that when I start 3-betting, bluff 3-betting in weird spots with weird hands, just because I did see some stats that seemed usual, seemed interesting for a squeeze or something like that. I'm more distracted and hard to focus. But remember, those are the words and works of Jared Tendler. It's not mine. It's just a source I'm using because I had bought the audiobook. The references to this. Let's try isolating him again. This guy here actually needs green tag as well, because 78, 30, 38 just indicates that. No, cannot call here. Half pot size donk bet. However, should I? He's doing that from middle position. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Just because he likes to play so many flops. He c-bets a lot, so I'm gonna let him have the stab. He doesn't go for it. So I stab at the pot on the turn. Probably reasonable enough, even though he plays 30-22. To not blindly c-bet any kind of pot. Wilder than usual, more distracted and hard to focus, aggressive and trying to win every pot, push people off hands, not thinking deeply, acting fast, very hasty. For me, that's very helpful, this categorizing of actions into A, B or C game. I do find the same elements of impatience here. Trying to win, it's impatience. Then we had the green ones for missed details, not thinking deeply. I do have a nice spot here. Easy call with my pocket deuces in a four-way pot, single raised but family pot. very good situation to be in if hitting, but we don't. So you say goodbye here. More distracted, hard to focus. That's the element of not being attentive enough. I think that's the word I'm searching for. So being relaxed helps a lot. When I talk about that, am I relaxed? I feel like this. But then again, I feel like my feet, I'm trembling with my feet. That's something I do for a long time. I even did that when I was in school and had everybody getting annoyed with me when we had to write exams and essays. Everybody was like, Tom, calm down, keep cool with your feet. I can't concentrate. So I'm doing that as a usual state of my physical activity. Doesn't mean a lot, but I'm doing it right now. I did it when I started talking about that. Other than that, being decisive. Am I decisive in my actions? Don't really know. But I do think that I'm still thinking deeply and that I can make some decisions easy that seem tough from the outside. Not really sure if you can agree to that, or if you see me doing weird things and thinking long about decisions that should be easy. Easy to have deep focus. Always when I'm streaming, the focus is broader than when I'm grinding for myself. But I still think, yeah, I do have focus. I do have enough focus. I'm not missing too many hands when playing. Even though some hands are borderline. As soon as I started opening a third table and there is action on two tables at the same time and the third table is a playable hand, I can time out, which probably isn't the sign for deep focus. But then again, as you can see right now, I did color code the guy on the fly. Okay, 24. We don't know how he reacts to 3 or 4 bets. So let's try something like a check. Even though my feet keep moving, happy feet bouncing around, annoying my classmates when thinking back to my school times, I think I'm very relaxed still. Even in pots where I lose or my plan goes to waste, I'm relaxed and I'm keeping decisive, so second thing too is okay, I guess. If there's something that yeah, I can trust my gut, that too. But things I don't really see is see new exploitive lines. I did find some calls and reasons for doing so, even though my session focus was to not call that much. I can be creative in reasons I find why I'm thinking that deviating from the plan should be a good decision in the moment right now. So probably I see new lines, but I also see reasons for doing something I shouldn't. And so that goes with easier to make tough decisions. If you have a session focus and you say, I don't want to call preflop or as few as possible, calls 25%, calls, we don't know. Yeah, it's okay to not open up that hand. If you say you don't want to call that much, but you find reasons to fill up every small blind, big blind, that's probably not easy to make tough decisions. The tough decision then is to just fold. South Bay Poker Tour. You're asking if my graph updates automatically. No, it doesn't. I have to do it manually. And yeah, we are up 5 stacks for the month. And if I go only for today, I'm up like 2 stacks. But finally a graph I can actually be proud of. You can go back in my playlist of the live stream sessions. There were so many sessions I was break even or down 1 stack, down 2 stacks, up 1 stack, up 1 stack. Focus again, 23-17 lag calls me here out of position. The board is pretty wet, okay for my range, but also okay for his range. I do have a nice open-ended straight draw that might be concealed for him. I don't want to get bluffed off, so I call turn, take the free card on the flop, call turn, do not hit on the river and get faced with another pot size bet. I'm thinking for a moment if this could be actually a bluff spot, as he could be doing this with just, not sure, he could have the queen, that would make sense. 8, 9, no. I think it would be spooky play to just raise him up because it doesn't make any sense, this line for me. So I keep it safe. Can I? I need to mark that hand for review. If I'm disciplined enough, I'm gonna post it in the PokerForge Discord. That Jack-9 open-ender versus that flag here. I actually have to change his color. He's just a lag and not a maniac anymore after 73 hands. Just checking the stats on the tables I'm playing. If there's anything. This guy has tag tendencies here. Squeeze? No, not against this guy. I calls so many hands. But if he was a tag or a lag here, by calling on the button, he would have capped his range. That's actually terminology. I don't fully understand tapping ranges and stuff like that. What I want to say is, if he's a lag and he calls a cutoff open in the button, then he just won't have a prime hand most of the time, because his lag tendencies would make a 3-bet with the top of his range almost always. And so overcalls in the big blind after cutoff open from somebody that isn't a calling station like that guy here most often are hands like low pocket pairs, probably Jack 10, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10 suited stuff like that. Yeah, graph looks good for today, that is. Two. Ooh, almost missed a hand because of chatting. Pocket potatoes. Nobody wanna play. And for me. Ace 3. One guy is dead at the table. I'm effectively in the cutoff here. So I open raise. Get one caller here. 35-0 player. Gonna check behind. If he bets here, I'm gonna call. And when he checks the river, I do think I have a value bet. And take down the pot. Probably just a guy that likes to bet turns if nobody c-bets. When I see that image here, it just reminds me of the full tilt poker days. I don't know, I just think I have seen that kind of image icon back in the full tilt days. We're playing against the lag here. Almost a maniac. I have 2 overs. Why am I betting? I actually didn't exactly know why and why I chose 2 into 5. I'm expecting a bet here, and it comes. 9. What calls me on the turn? Ooh, I don't really know if I see bet, flop or turn, that's bad. But I do think my king might be good sometimes. It's not this time, I'm losing against river flush, it's okay. But it's the moment to go back to that chart here. Miss some details of the hand. So if I ever was at the A game when I filled in these remarks here, I probably changed to B game at about 1 hour 10. Change. More distracted and hard to focus. Last hand. I probably didn't even think deeply enough. How much does he open raise on the cutoff? Not an awful lot. So I don't see a reason to bluff 3-bet there. Now here against that 29-0, I am going to 3-bet. When he makes it 4-4, then I have to be careful because sometimes it's going to be the 5 trip 5s. So against the big bet, I think I can still find fold. But do I have to? I don't know the player. Don't know his tendencies yet. But he was in the small blind, he can have any two. An ace that has a higher kicker than the 10. I'm not expecting that. He probably raises that. Re-raises that. Yeah. So it could be easily a 5. Hello Boris, good to have you here. Got a chat. This is for you, Boris. You gotta go to sleep. 21-18 with 5% 3-bet. So yeah, it's a tag. He raises me here. I'm gonna be bluff 3-betting here because the ace is a blocker. I'm not really keen on playing this kind of hand for value, and then when he 4-bets here, I do think it's a clear fold. Open raise against another tag. Pocket 3s here, the pocket 7s. 25. I don't like playing this hand passively, and now that's actually ugly here. That's really ugly spot. Because my 7s won't be good a lot of times. I think he only does that with 8s and better Broadway cards that are higher than mine, and also have 45% against me. No, I'm gonna fold this. Interestingly enough, the 46-31 makes a small bet here. And now I make it 7 into 10. here he donk bets into me on a very dangerous flop. Best thing on hand is that I block the straights. No, I don't play against him. If I had the ace of hearts or a clean redraw, could do that. 27, 22. What would Jared Tendler say? Or do? Gonna call my top pair here. And when he checks to any three makes the straight, gonna check and probably get another chance. Ooh, he had pocket aces here. Wow, nice. Good decision to check back. The board will win most of the time. Not sure if everybody realizes that here. But mandatory bet, I guess. So we chop. Yeah, he realized it. But the guy here probably didn't. The lag, where I have 101 hand, I think he didn't realize that. So, where was I? Watching my game quality. There was a time in the stream where I won the second all-in tonight at about, what was it, 47 minutes or something. Yeah, another big pot one session timer at 47 minutes. There I thought I was very good in my game tendencies, mental wise. But later, after 1 hour 10 minutes, there were some missings, I'd say. There were things in the hand happening that I just missed. Details I didn't know if I was Conti betting on a flop or if I was Conti betting on a turn, and I felt more distracted and hard to focus. So you can see there were even elements of my C game. Yeah, I have to say that. Okay, I'm just reading the information here. Remember, not my own work. Jared Tendler is the source. Mental game coach. A golf player too, Boris, if you're still here. How's it called, those golf tourneys? I don't remember. Yeah, but he tried winning those 20 years ago, and then he said he couldn't because his mental game was too weak, and he started studying psychology and sports psychology. And then I think it was 2007 or something, he was really good golf player. And it was on a golf pitch where he met poker players that wanted to work with him with mental game problems. And so that's why he's a mental game coach for poker players, for traders too. He also had made a book on the mental game traders or something. But poker is my department, and I'm trying to analyze where I'm at. A game, B game, C game. Gonna strive for A game whenever possible and avoid that here. Going to C game. Four betting too much pre-flop. Yeah. 3 betting too much pre-flop. I did have that. Back to the tables. I have ace queen here versus a taggish player. Only 13 hands though. Calling station disconnects. I would love to see him get back and call here. But he isolates a limper. And I'm really pushing the limits here, but I do think he wants to isolate this guy a lot. And the aggressive line just turned out to be precisely right. We also know now he can fold to 3 bets, even though one instance is nowhere a sample size we can rely on. Not deep anymore against this player, so I will deviate from my plan to not call too much pre-flop. I'm just hoping that no one of these guys does 3 bet here. But against the range that opens under the gun with full 3 BBs, my pocket eights just can't 3 bet in a plus EV way. And there was only one player with 3 bet values. Well, now we're talking. I'm turning trips a set, not trips, a set, on a very draw heavy board. Gonna bet big here, just because there are a lot of draws out there. And pocket aces on the right table. I did get another chance here. Gonna c-bet for value the river. No, that's ugly. That's awfully ugly. Why couldn't I just take the check behind? 6, 7, 8. No, can't do it. Can't do it. Ugly spot here. He called flop, c-bet, turn went check check, and we have an ugly river, so gonna play the check call here. Remember, he's 25-17, so he probably knows what he's doing when he peels. And a few of those guys even know how to... Oh, I don't need that stat, I need that stat. His first in, popped off. Not that many instances. Oh, I have two opponents here. One is still in the hand. I'll try a second barrel. Get called again. With my pocket pair of 8s. I hope to get the free showdown, but he has a 2-pair. Seven, 8. Oh, ugly board. Gonna get away here. I don't like the stats here. There's actually not one reason remaining why I should be playing here. 30-18. That's the wannabe tag sign because the gap seems a little bit too high. This guy, he raised first in. It's just awful how many hands he opens, so I'm gonna start 3-betting light against him, especially if I'm able to do it in position. Here, I just don't overcall and I don't 3-bet the 7s. He has lag tendencies. And even though I would have hit the set, I just don't like calling, overcalling with 4 players left to act behind me. And I'm absolutely not results oriented here when I just give up. Preflop. I think it's the right play. Don't get that sentence. B game in regards of tactical skills. One sign is can get passive with marginal hand, knowing to avoid tilt if I lose. Really get what he's saying here. Marginal hand. Folds to flop, see bet 33%, so almost no, never. Now I turn good equity and I want to build the pot somewhat. But unfortunately I do not hit here and I'm gonna check behind because there's no merits in bluffing him. I do think he has an ace here and oftentimes has the wheel straight ace to 5. So yeah, going back to 2 tables probably is a good idea. 42, 26 can be, but he's of course not passive with 3-bet value of 13. With 20 hands though. Yeah, back at 2 tables only. I felt that when I talk about signs that my actions are deviating from A game to B and C game, reducing the number of tables is probably a good move. He checks to me here on this kind of board. I do see that with my 2 overcards. against this taggish player 18-14 and take it down. Well, this guy can be considered a tag. He likes to isolate limpers. He plays 13-10. Probably will get more active and have classical tag stats soon. Another action hand, probably. Jacks, early position, right table. Good table dynamics here. I get pushed all in. Now this is interesting. The big blind here. I do have to isolate him some more. If he traps me with a top hand, so be it, but I don't want to play against two players with that kind of hands. With that kind of hands, somebody will have overcards to my jacks, and so I want to make it expensive. Queens on the other table. Glad I reduced to only 2 tables. And he calls. It's a kind of flop that is really beautiful for me. If he's still trapped, nice hand. I make it extra small, because we do have already such a big pot. And yes, that's the optimal result. I get isolated to the small stack. It's almost like the tourney days. Ah, no. He hits the turn. Good for him. I do make it. I do make 5 or 7 big blinds out of that hand because I had the other player messing around. Oh, he just left, the guy. Let's mark him quick. I can understand that he shoves 11 or 12 big blinds with ace king after the sequence. Absolutely okay. It was more. Last hand. Yeah, it was only 11 big blinds, of course he has to ship it there, so absolutely okay, the result. However, if I can, I want to play against him with king jack. Oh, the wannabe tag isolates. Let's update the graph. It will be worse by now. Yeah, we had to slope downwards within the last, let's say, 100 hands or something like that. Yeah, it's past 11 here, 11 at night. And I do think it's time to end the session. So what can we say? I do think I had a time when I did play an A game. My A game, you can see what I think was checked and what wasn't checked. It changed after about an hour with elements of B and C game. Not folding hands on the river when I was ahead on the turn. Probably had one hand, I can't remember exactly, but there was a river bet where I called and I ran into a flush, and it was an obvious flush actually. So probably we had this one here. Betting too much pre-flop. Don't know if I got into difficult spots by bluff 3-betting and then out of position playing very bad. Gonna c-bet half pot on this queen 6-8 board, rather draw board, but I don't want to get any smaller here. Interestingly enough, he calls. This would indicate a hand like top pair weak kicker, probably a pocket pair between the 8s and the queens, or even below the 6s. Now my hand improved, I'd say. Not sure. He actually says he has the queen, or he hit an 8 or a 6. The second thing is not that reasonable, but the queen actually could be. I'm also beaten by a pair of 9s, pair of 10s, pair of jacks. Don't know, I'm not on the 3/4 pot bet. Because I think he's doing it with value. Open raise ace-10 suited here, targeting the fish player in the big blind. Doesn't want to play with me. Yeah, gonna mark the sit out next big blind check boxes, because I think I'm done for the session. Usually when I say this, there will be another big hand coming, but the first of 2 tables already closed down, and look at that, I get the first ever raise from that guy here, from the fish that played 38-0 for the longest time ever. I do get a top pair with a decent kicker, and I don't think that his block bets of 2 big blinds is value all too often, so I try. Not sure, he could have a 2 pair with king jack, something like that. But I'm optimistic that I have a value bet on river. So I decide for 3/4 pot, and he folds. Probably gives away a betting tell with that 2 BB bet size being random, but certainly not very value heavy. no one I could mark, and it's going to be 2 hands only now, 1 hand actually. Gonna check if somebody was in the chat, in the, what do I want to say, in the stream today. Wow, 76 people did join the stream. Wow, that's great. Didn't even expect that there were like 20 clicks on the stream. Thank you very much. And yeah, just consider hitting the like button if you like what you saw. That too helps a lot. And I'm gonna finish my session with a little post-play session end routine with the Poker Tracker 4. And you don't need to see that because that's actually not a very interesting part probably for you, except if you are an enemy of me, a villain that plays with me, and you want to see my leaks. But I'm not yet ready to share that in the live stream. You might see that by the time, probably doing that if I hit 200 subscribers or 500 subscribers. But not now. Thank you for being with me tonight. It was fun. Cool stuff that Jared Tendler has worked out here with that graph. I'm gonna show it one last time without the interruptions of the tables. His work, not mine. I hope it's free to share it, just because we are students of a game. We need to be able to find our sources, discuss our sources, work with the sources to get better. Don't know about you, but I try to have a growth mindset in most things I do in life. I also have it in poker. If I see something like that, I try to work with it, see if it's reasonable, if I can agree with it, if I have arguments against it. And so far, it helps me to see where I'm at and what kind of things I could do that indicate a game change. Of course, the real work is to individualize that and go into my own leaks and problems and filling it in that Excel sheet. Yes, but that's not for today. I'm ending the stream. Thank you very much for being with me. Until the next time, probably Thursday next week. See you. Bye.